Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Once more here in House Fortemps, where we want to start the second of these introduction quest lines, where we go help Lord Emmanelain, the second thought, well, the other son of Count Edmund. Shall we be off then, old girl? But where are my manners? Emmanelain de Fortemps, second son of Count Edmund de Fortemps. Trueborn, that is. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you're absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true. But who would be satisfied subsiding on a meager allowance, forever overshadowed by a sibling? Not I, old girl, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in their estimation than Artoirel. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Oh, don't look at me like that. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the old men and women of House Haillenard. They've been steadfast friends to our house. They've fallen on hard times since the calamity, poor blighters. As for what precisely we'll be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. So, the airship docks, right beside the Phenum Astrologicum, the Astrologians Guild. Everything has been taken care of, old girl. Simply tell the attendant when you are ready to board, and away we go. My lord, there's still the matter of a bill. Are you ready to depart, madam? The airship bound for Camp Cloudtop will be leaving shortly.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Cid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds, a frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. To a fledgling outpost, within the sea of clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, she came.
My lord, you mustn't wear a belt so loose or you trip over your own sword. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Curthers may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course our hero is wholly unperpetuated. You don't have to maintain that strong silent persona all the time, you know. Never mind. We need to find Lady Laniat. She's in charge of a garrison here. Oh, and when you find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. first the Everite and the Chocobo Keep. Mostly the Everite. Yeah, welcome to the Sea of Clouds, where we have flying cats and colorful dodos and other curiosities. Mistress Klingor, welcome. I'm Sir Lanyat de Haillenard, commander of the forces stationed here at Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I'm in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother, Frenzel, would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus have I been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of Alone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother Xavier in person, and to call upon a generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I have done to deserve this double blessing. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, Lady Lanyat. You cut an elegant figure as always, a steel-clad rose, equally at home on the battlefield or in a ballroom. Lord Emmanelain, if it's not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with Mistress Klingor. Camp Cloudtop is established to provide early warning of impending Dravanian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, as you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repairs. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes already. No beastman is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman and I'll show you a thing or two. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Mistress Klingor. Yeah, I see that. And it's not the Vanu that have a problem. My lovely Lady Lanyat, I shall win your heart yet. While I understand Count Edmond's intention, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it's far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Tell him that I would like him to keep watch for Dravanian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Emmanelain from shirking his duty. A request from Lanyat? Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here but a few yams away. Never mind. What is it? A mission of paramount importance. Keep watch for the Dravanian outflyers. A mission? Yes, of course. That's why I'm here. I shall do as my lady asks. Mrs. Klingor, I do not believe I have properly introduced myself. My name is Honora, and I serve at the pleasure of Lord Emmanelain. Lady Lanyat would have me accompany Lord Emmanelain on his mission? I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obligated to go through such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem it would seem he actually listens to you, at least more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most? I suspect you have had to whom your fair share of difficult men before. Now that the Emmanelain is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with Vanu. We first encountered Vanu several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our peoples for half a year until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitude toward us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Sir Mariel. She could use your assistance. Mistress Killingmore, I presume. Lady Anya told me you were coming. I hear tell you've never faced a Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the floating isles. I say birdmen, but they are not at all like the Ixal, unless that Ixal's mother was a Gyges. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in the area, kill or drive them away. Don't do this in real life. Horses do not like to walk on tight ropes. Hostile presence? Vanu. Fine, cat. When you want first dibs on dying, that is your choice. Careful not to accidentally pull the Picer. You steel yourself for a mighty struggle, yet find no Vanu lying in wait. And back to Mariel. Finished with your patrol. Anything to report? Maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can solace in the fact that Haillenard has blessed us with a mighty ally. Excepting your recent clashes with Vanu, it cannot be not have escaped your notice that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted Protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs, so even were the Holy See to come under Dravanian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. Simply put, Mrs. Klingor, this is where ambitions come to die. If you haven't aspirations for advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirit. Psych them up, you might say. Is there anything fluffier than a cloud? What is it? Is it the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake, why not? After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. You're looking rather grim. Why so serious? The Vanu are no real threat, and the Davanians couldn't give a fig about us. Ye gods, where did that come from? Fine, if you insist, I will make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of miles away from the front lines. Which is just the way I like it, thank you very much. As you wish, my lord. Should I spy an outflyer, I will alert you immediately. I thought I told you to tell him to do that. Oh, hello there, old girl. Slain any Vanu champions yet? No? Oh well, let me know when you have, so I can make myself presentable for the... Get up, you lazy idiot. Is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do? You had me fooled there for a moment, girl. An amusing jest, but a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with a promise of excitement? No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady Annette will give me a grand mission as befits my station. But clearly not your skill level. Many thanks, Mrs. Klingor. I already see the change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon, Lord Emmanelain said what? Well, I have no doubt that Lady Annette will do her utmost to oblige him. If Lord Emmanelain is going to demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady Annette will want you to accompany him. You might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable. Oh dear. Just when everything was going so well. I have you know I trained with some of the finest instructors in Ishgard. You and me, we could march right into a Vanu stronghold, give them all what for. Mistress Klingor, Lord Emmanelain just informed me that mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for his epiphany. Well, there's nothing for it but to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? Yes. Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop, as there are no underground sources we can tap with wells. However, there's a unique variety of crystal we have recently discovered, which may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Vorsian-Siran, to the east of here. I would have you and Emmanelain bring one back to us. You may have to contend with the feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention Vanu scouts ranging from the nearby settlement. Of course, that all pales in comparison to keep the young lord entertained, but you have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck and be safe. Lady Annette told you to tell me about my mission once again? If I didn't know better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? A vital mission, on the success of which were very survival of Camp Cloudtop rests. The procurement of potable water. Finally, it's about time she entrusted me with a mission of real import. Right then, let's go, let's go. I'd heard the minstrels' tales of these lakes, but I never honestly believed that they were real. So this is the Vorcian of legend. And nary a Vanu inside, how disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know, why don't you and I make it a competition? Whoever finds the superior specimen wins. Honora shall judge our entries on size, purity, and say, aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. Okay. I hate this quest. I honestly hate this quest. Okay, this was not a quest, but this was just a hunt mark. But we have these crystal positions here. Now we can just look, is this the right crystal? Does not appear to exhibit the properties described. No. They do not disappear either. No. That neither. Nope. This crystal appears to be secreting a steady stream of water. Perhaps it is the spring crystal that Lianiat seeks. Ah, Mrs. Klingor, have you bought your entry for the contest? My understanding of such things is limited, but can this truly be used to draw moisture from air like water from a pump? Fascinating. Lord Emmanelain has gone for an awful... Lord Emmanelain has been gone for an awfully long time. Did you perchance see him while we were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the dangers of wandering too far in such a place. Maybe I'm going for nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking for him, Mrs. Klingor. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray, search the southeastern area for Xianxian as swiftly as you are able and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell and good luck. Now he's lost. Great. No. I don't see him. You survey the surrounding area for a time, but see no sign of Emmanelain. Mr. Klingor, Lord Emmanelain has been taken by the Vanu. They had my lord surrounded, a whole gang of them. Please, you must come quickly. The Vanu must have taken him into that village, mayhap to present to their chieftain. I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady Anyat what has happened. Yet, by the time I return with aid, it may already be too late. Forgive me for asking, Mistress Klingorb, but could you spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Emmanelain in my absence? I beg you to take it. I know he can be a trifle presumptuous and insensitive and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. Okay. Sneak past means kill everything in my way, wait. Man, as I said, everything in my way. But a few here, you're not going to eat me, are you? That's not what you do to prisoners, is it? There's a way, I'm over here! Neverling comes to free prisoner. Speak words like thunder and cast them into cloud sea. Stupid again. Okay, let's bind you. Unbind you, rather. That was thoroughly unpleasant. Neverlings slink away like guileful galley-cats. Rally, warriors of Gundu, let none escape. And of course the little coward panics. Up with you. Emmanelain. Help has arrived, Desiree. For Morshafant. Morshafant, is that you? Thank heavens, get us out of here. Keep Emmanelain safe, Desiree. We will hold them off. That was a misclick. The numbers are even noticeable, shows how weak Emmanelain actually is. Good, the Vanu are not strong, so the Gundu. Come, let's go. You please come again, my pet. This way, quickly!
Reinforcements? Anger of Honu! Chief of mighty Vundo! Royals like blackest storm clouds! Offer netherlings to the white! Cloud sea swells, and he comes! The White! Mighty Bismarck! Lord of the Mists!
That was a flying whale, right?
A flying whale? By the Fury, it's a primal! We must away!
As we do.
Damn!
What?
Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Hello, Sid.
Aye, aye, Chief.
Perfect timing.
All aboard!
Frightens me for a fleeting moment at most. We are all of us still alive, my friend. Let us take solace in that most simple of blessings. The gods only know what might have happened had we not been around to save you. No need for thanks, though. It's not as if you haven't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. Alright, more than a few. It wasn't that many. Tis but blind chance we brought us together this time, in case you were wondering. The Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with this creation of theirs, the Protector. Apparently, they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Camp Cloudtop to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you had arrived some few days before with an Ishgardian lordling in tow. Small world, I thought, just as that lordling's manservant skidded into view, babbling about his master having been captured and you risking all to rescue him. And the rest, as they say, is history. Right, well, I hate to cut short our reunion, but I'm here on business after all. The boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend. We'll speak again soon, I promise. Very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could well have died. You know? Me! Dead! On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal. And that, old girl, is no small feat. I have made an historic discovery. A fact even Lady Annette will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes, I'm rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, isn't it time we made our triumphant return? Are you drunk or something? Or are you that delusional? Thank you, Mrs. Killingworth, thank you. If you had not rushed to his aid, I dare not think what would have happened. Praise Haillenard, I feared the worst. What happened out there? Oh, primal. A primal, are you sure? Yet, now that I think on it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of a white whale of Vanu legend. A massive creature said to swim in the sea of clouds. From what I've learned of comparable summonings, the presence of a Vanu's god would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior towards the people of Camp Cloudtop. Ah, you mean to say that they have fallen under the primate's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Alphino. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Laniette? A little recognition for the hero of the hour? A few choice words, choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on? Why, yes, you're right, of course. Mistress Killingworth deserves all that and more for having risked her life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there's not else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. But of course, Mistress Killingworth, you've done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard with Lord Orshfond and give my warmest regards to the Count. So that's it then? No more forays into enemy territory? Very well, I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Laniette. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. All's well that ends well, eh? To the airship landing then. We can speak on our journey home. I confess, I've always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of a wind upon your face, the warmth of a blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or maybe it's simply the joy of having cheated death yet again. In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Emmerich of all that has occurred. Emmanelain should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from his ordeal? Let's do that. Oh, it's you, Desiree. God, that you have to strike me so hard. Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop, how I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? Ja. Deserved. Deserved. Okay, but I think I end this recording here and give back to my main character Serenia Shadowstar to continue from here on out. Until then, or something else, I am Ace, and please don't get lost.